Yes, welcome back. I'm back in the studios with my academy. I wish I could go to that school to go and learn. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind I think it's 5 million, the last one, and an SUV.
Yes.
Oh, wow, 5 million naira. It's more than that. But for you, civil engineering was your profession. Then, no, it was what you were trained to do. So is it okay to say your profession now is forming musicians?
Yes, ma'am.
How did that happen?
Well, it started in 1986. After GSS, there was nothing to do. I escorted my sister to choir practice, and this is the whole story.
So you were going to school and singing. You were singing in the choir, acquiring knowledge.
On my own, yes, ma'am.
Then why didn't you go and work in some engineering firm?
Well, I did. I just didn't find, the kind of happiness I was looking for.
So that's why I guess it hurts you to find people who have this kind of opportunity. Would you have been a musician, for example, if there was a Project Fame? Because you've got a voice. Doesn't he have the voice, people?
He has an amazing voice. Did you see him in Kakadu?
Oh, yeah! I did see that.
Wow! Not only was he an incredible singer,
Absolutely.
he was an amazing performer. The ease with which he moved around that stage. Hey.
So is it Benji or Bernard?
Bennett.
He's Bennett.
Sarime Ubewi.
Okay. God give me.
God give me.
So would you, if there was a Project Fame, like an MTN Project Fame, would you have gone that route?
Yes, I would. But, some of us, in me in particular, I have the gift of training people, so I'd rather stay in there.
No, I understand. Now you would rather. You're training people. You'd rather be the godfather.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean? Even if the money is not coming in.
If I'm allowed to go for season 10, I'll go.
So, but none of them, they're disqualified, Sis aren't they disqualified? Who are those that can participate now?
You made a declaration, though.
Yes, I said those who didn't win Project Fame could
Still try again.
Yes, could try again.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's good. And you were computer engineering, so that was your direction, was it?
Well, it wasn't. It never was. It was just something to
please mommy and daddy.
It never was. Music has always been it for me.
Okay, but aren't we concerned that people are focused too much on music these days?
Not really. Lots of people are focused on other things, fashion, dance. I just feel like the creatives, there's room for the creatives now, you don't have to be an engineer or
so
be a doctor.
who are going to build the roads? Who are those that are going to...
There's still enough people who will do that. You see, we lost a lot of people who were creatively inclined.
But
Yes, but were pushed into these areas of building the roads, and sometimes didn't build them as well as they should have. Simply because they should have been doing what, So now that people are being allowed to express their passion, and I think it's also important to realize that even a lot of people who go into music, it's not everybody who goes into music who is a performer. They're also people behind the scenes. There's so many people.
Like him.
I'm not a performer. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But he wants to bring you the performer, the total package. And I think that's really fascinating.
I think that's what the key about this Project Fame is about. It's a total package. You could tell me how it differentiates. I want each of you to tell me how this is different from any other reality show. First of all, I know it's lasted this long. It's the longest running reality show. How is it different?
It's the Academy. The reality of the Academy is beautiful. We don't know each other from Adam, and here we are, either being friends or enemies. But on that platform, we're actually competing. When we come back, we'll reassess what we have done. But in the end, I've made a true friend.
Oh, right. So what's different about it, Sis J? You are the principal forever, principal for life.
I think for me, it's interacting with the young people, seeing, helping them to shape their dreams, their hopes, and also help and guiding them and advising them on how to deal with fame. Fame is key to succeeding in this industry, but it can turn around and bite you. So you need to be able to handle it. And that's another thing that we do on Project Fame.
T.Y., Temide Tayo.
Yes, please. I think is the fact that, you watch these contestants grow over the weeks. I think for me that's very rewarding, you know.
You see them change.
Yes, you see them transform, you know, you see them perform with more elegance, you know, some of them become more confident in themselves, and some of them, their transfer of energy is smoother, you know, and I really like that about the show. And you can't predict. For every year is always different. For every contestant is different, you know. So I think that keeps it fresh for me every single time.
You are the one that sees them most because you're always in the house with them, right? You see them transform and you see all this there. So what is the advice you give to anybody who manages to make it to the house?
Just be ready for the rainy day because it will always rain. But in the end, when you come...
So what's the best umbrella for that rain?
It's patience, because I'm bringing hot water. That rain we're talking about is hot water.
What about hard work?
Hard work is key. Mommy J is always making them work hard. I mean, the advice in the mornings and the constipation in the afternoon will lead to a successful performance in the evening.
So, but I know Mommy J is Mommy J. They call you Mommy J. Did they do that to try to pepper you? As if you have some...
Actually, it came from one of the contestants in the very first season. Mm-hmm. They had no idea. You know, it wasn't. It was this guy. It was one of the boys, you know, and it was, okay, what do we call you? And they say, Mommy J. And that's how it stuck. And, and it's stuck and it's become another brand.
Yeah. You have made so many children. So many children. Yes. So many children. I mean, apart from the ones that don't win, which is what I want you girls to end up with. What do you tell those people who make it to the end and yet they don't get that star prize? Because some of them have fallen, they have not even pursued their musical careers because they've been so disappointed. I would start with you again.
Well, I think one of the things they've learned, and I tell them most times, is there's a lot of discipline you learn by being in the academy. If you apply that discipline to any other thing you decide to do in life, you succeed at it over time, you know, because from experience in the music industry, you just find people who rely just on talent and they don't have the work ethics, they don't have the discipline, they don't have the human relationship to carry them through. They just believe that, I have the talent and that's it. But you see, when you're in the academy, you learn discipline, you know, and it helps you.
So I'll go to you next. I'm going to skip.
Apart from everything else that they've learned, we found out that some of them actually go behind the scenes. We have some winners writing songs for other winners.
Oh, great.
We have those who didn't win becoming studio engineers themselves. And we have some other winners who are in musicals.
Yes, the last one, the Heartbeat. You had a couple of them with you, didn't you?
Yes, yes, I did. I'd actually like to use two of them as an example. Now, there's a young man, he won, actually, and that was Ayola. Mm-hmm. Ayola won Project Fame.
He's on the show next week.
Yes, but do you know the amazing thing about Ayola? He's an amazing actor.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes. He is an amazing, and that's part of what we do in Project Fame as well. We teach them how to emote their songs, you know, so they get a few acting lessons as well. And he's an amazing actor, so he's doing a lot of work now as an actor. And then the other person I'd like to use as an example is Oluchi, who didn't win. Oluchi didn't win, but she's one of our stars in Heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. Yes. So in all of this, these things don't happen unless it's sponsored, does it? Don't you guys worry about the fact that maybe people are not putting their money behind these things anymore? What would you say to the sponsors, bottom line?
Well, I think the show speaks for itself. You know,
it's money well
longevity, and I think it also adds brand value to whatever brand is behind it. You know, and in this case, it's been MTN. You know, so
okay, you're free to call their name. Don't worry.
Well, for me, we're developing the fan base. It's all youth oriented, and your data is selling. So,
what's the most important thing for you?
I think for me, I think. I would like to see more brands come onto Project Fame, because Project Fame goes beyond the voting. Project Fame affects so many lives in so many ways that there is no brand that will not get brand equity, brand value from Project Fame. It's just the brand to be associated.
So great thing is that Seriously Speaking has identified with it.
Yes.
Automatically Ultima and then channels saying that we are for it, so we are giving you this so that people can go out there and go and audition.
Yes.
So, but I am not disqualified.
You are.
You are.
I don't. You didn't give me any inside knowledge.
Okay, you can try, but it's just that you'll be
nasty.
It will be just me and you that will be having conversation.
I don't know what I'm going to be able to do with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I say, Ben, would you stop that, please?
There we go.
And I will cry.
And knowing fully well that both of you are bestos, you know.
I will hate on her.
Exactly.
Because I tell you that this one, you didn't quite do that thing right.
Right. It was that.
What the heck is this? But I must thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it. And I appreciate what you're doing. Obviously, there's something in that show that you guys have been there for 9 years in a row. So that's something for stability. Thank you for being on the show and thank you for watching. Those who are watching. But next week, we're going to bring some of the winners here so that you can see the work that has been done on some people on Project Fame. We'll see you again next week. Bye.